Since 1983, BT's has become a staple in the Radford community to both college students and locals. While BT's hasn't changed much in the past 30 years, the biggest change came when Todd and Kelsey Jones purchased BT's back in August of 2019. Here is Kelsey to tell us more about what her and her husband have done since they purchased BT's. And you guys purchased BT's back in 2019.
Yes, in
What was
August.
the motivation behind it?
My husband and I worked here. He started working here in 1996, and I started in 1997. We actually met working here. So we grew up together in this place and worked here for a long, long time. He worked his way up to general manager and our assistant general manager and bar manager, and I became the front of the house manager. So we have a lot of experience in restaurants, this restaurant in particular, and when the previous owner was ready to retire after 35 plus years, it sort of made sense for us to take over.
What's it been like for you and your husband going from sort of just managers, bar managers, to now full-fledged owners?
It's definitely different. Just the roles and the tasks that I have now as the owner are different than I ever had as the manager. A lot more of the financial stuff, a lot more of the decision making in terms of menu changes that we're going to do, or whatever, hours that we're going to be open, different services that we're going to offer, those kinds of decision making that I was supportive in before as a manager here, but now it all falls on me to make the final decisions, which is fine and it's good, and I've enjoyed that aspect of it.
What's it like having to adapt so quickly during COVID?
It was really hard, actually. But we did. We had purchased a new point of sale system literally months before we got shut down because of COVID. And that really helped us pivot and be able to start offering online ordering, delivery, both things that really helped us, I think, make it through the worst of the government shutdowns.
And you were able to still continue doing deliveries, correct?
Yeah, so we actually didn't do delivery before COVID. It was one of those, the restrictions kind of came in waves, and at first they completely shut us down to takeout and delivery only, and we didn't do delivery at that time. So we said, well, we better figure out delivery real quick because it's going to probably be one of our bigger sources of income. And since doing that, we haven't stopped doing it, and we don't have any plan to stop doing it because it's providing a service to the local community, and it's also a good revenue income for us.
What's the biggest misconception about owning a bar?
I think that one of the biggest misconceptions would be that it is actually a bar. In the state of Virginia, you can't have just a bar. You have to also be a restaurant, and the Virginia ABC governs that, and we have to file a report every year that shows our alcohol sales versus our food sales, and we could get a penalty if we are not selling more food than alcohol.
When news got round that Tom was going to be selling BT's, many locals were concerned about the direction that the new owners would take BT's in. But when they found out that Todd and Kelsey were actually taking over, many kind of sighed with relief. And here's Kelsey explaining the decision behind not changing BT's too drastically.
We do not. Part of the reason why we wanted to purchase BT's was because this place has now been here for almost 35 years, and homecoming is always really fun for us. It's a busy time, but we have people come back that either used to work here or were students here. We even actually have a couple of employees now whose parents used to work here. So one thing that we were pretty adamant about is that we don't want BT's to change too much. Of course, we'll upgrade the building, as we've done a couple of projects, and we'll upgrade the operating systems and some of the technology that the previous owner had not done. But we want it to look similar. We want it to feel that feeling of home when people come back to visit Radford, that they can come to BT's, and it's pretty close to the same as when they were here in college.